When I would come back from my bath every morning, my clothes would be laid out for me on the bed. The folds of the skirt would be spread out and its warmth would have the scent of the iron. My father chose a fabric when he was traveling. I wonder whether he entered the shop by intention of buying me something or if it made him think of me. If it was the latter, I was in his eyes a soft cotton with spring flowers. If not, then perhaps the man who sold it to him thought of someone else of his own. My father gave me this gift of spring in his solemn way, lest he might spoil me. As a marker of his return, a gift of skin. My mother took it out of my hands after an appropriate while, and I thought then that she might have liked it for herself. But I now know that she just didn't want my fingertips to stain it. From a catalogue of patterns emerged this dress. My mother did away with the belt. She would have to be the one to tie it back. My father had whispered a number in my mother's ear when the tailor came. It turned out to be the exact length between my knee and the fabric. He was very concerned about this distance. The tailor made marks and drew out the contours. Later, he would go over it on his machine, his needle punching holes through the spring flowers. When the tailor went, the wait began. I would wear the dress in my mind. A shower of imagined flowers, the skin of spring.
It was an insignificant moment in the day, made significant with the coming of the post. At least that's what the sender had in mind. I held the card, its sharp corners dug into my palms, and the well-intentioned golden letters blinded me. The faceless gods made an appearance. Man and woman, blessed in a union so natural. I was to go then, in crowds of gods and men alike, to sanctify a union that to me seemed like the paper it was printed on. Why do they care about the cover, the design so much? Will it matter to him, to them, if I stand out as good? Or in a crowd of polished sophistication, will it matter only if I don't stand out as bad? My presence there seems to create a space so irreplaceable that I want to be in every frame I am not the center of. Will I feel the same way if the importance would have been compromised? If the reception of that invite had not been wrapped around by a face as joyous?
When this train will start moving and I'll be lulled into a passionate silence as the city runs by me, someone or the other will ask me, "Where are you going?" The correct answer is any of the preordained destinations on this route, or whatever the price of my ticket. But I will hesitate to answer. Should I tell them about the time capsule? that I woke up today morning and couldn't remember what it was or where I had buried it. What if I try to remember holding on to the time capsule? Was it heavy and moist? Or cold and smooth? Or did it have scales? Did I bury it in a hurry? And did I lay down on the ground beside it after I had smoothed the earth? Did I forget to leave a clue? Maybe what was in it has escaped, unauthored by someone, or clawed its way out. If it is possession of someone else, then what will be made of it? It could be someone familiar who watched as I planted it. Till yesterday, before I shut my eyes, I could have sworn I remembered all the where, whys and hows. I've always entertained the fantasy of return, a climatic resolution. It has escaped,
And its warmth would have the scent of if it made him think of me.
unauthored by someone, or
I was in his eyes, a soft cotton with spring flowers.
clawed its way
As a
out.
marker of his return, a gift of spring.
Where are you going? But I will hesitate to answer.
The faceless gods made an appearance. I was to go then, in crowds of gods and men alike. Will it matter to him? To them? Will it matter only
All
if
the where, whys and hows. It has escaped.
He would have to be the one to tie it back and number in my mother's ear.
Did I forget to leave a clue?
that I want to be in every frame I am not the same? The reflection of that in life.
A climatic resolution.
The spring.